And we are back. We are here for Operation Red Sea, directed by Dante Lam. I have been vetted correctly. Silver Spleen has prompted me and prepared me for the real expectations. We're gonna go super patriotic China, crazy action, no story, good Kelly acting. That's all I'm going in for. I don't know. I mean, it keeps going and going. Is this like the Mad Max that doesn't know how to say no, or like no story, what have you? I am biased. I haven't seen Mekong, but I have seen The Demon Within and Unbeatable, and those were pretty good ones. So I don't know, like how crap story can we go? I mean, these are based on real life stories, so maybe that's the problem here, that they're playing too much around with real stories and trying to be like, oh, patriotic and look at us Chinese. But anyways, I mean, it's making money, so that's why I'm here, to just check it out, to see what the fuss is all about. Try not gonna be biased, try not gonna see this in the Western expectation critic view, but that's gonna be a hard one to pull off, because that's the reason why I haven't seen a lot of Hong Kong cinema, because I just can't stand it, and I probably can't stand this film, and it's probably gonna be too long, but I mean, expecting it to be too long, hopefully that'll help. Anyways, this is before, and this is after. Holy smokes, okay, wow. That was way too long. It's like 5-6 movies. Like, we got the 8 versus 150, then we got the tank action, and then we got the sandstorm, and then we got the A130 and drone action, and what else was there? Oh, a lot of things. But let's get with like the actual good stuff. Okay, action choreography was decent throughout, but then there were moments where it just got really cheesy. The choreo where people just got shot like 6 in a row, even though the guy that shot them clearly could not have done that, and it was comedic in that sense. And talking about the comedy, there was a lot more just too serious, but the way that they act got funny. Like, people laughed, so it's not just me. Like, literally a lot of people laughed during serious moments. Like the moment when Abu was dead, and then the whole plan thing, like, you figure it out, and then his eyes are just like, okay. So there's that. I mean, like, throughout, I mean, the acting is pretty consistent, but it just feels like a lot of military handout readouts of dialogue delivery. So I really enjoyed the little moments where they try to make some characters. The actual storyline is typical. I mean, it's something that you've seen before. Like, go check out Silver Spleen. He like literally lists all the movies that this movie borrows from. We have a lot of slow-mo. Granted, American Sniper screwed that up, but they did it well here, so I enjoyed the slow-mo here. But yeah, Sniper Wars type of thing, and then you got your Black Hawk Down sort of thing, and then you got your Fury. Like, seriously, nothing's gonna top Fury in terms of just action sequences and choreography. But seriously, overall, I think action, you go in for that and you should be fine. But the fact that the movie tries to one-up itself continuously gets really tiring, and there's no real overhead of like, where's it gonna go? So you don't really feel invested. So that's too bad. I mean, when they started dying, it was kind of like, whoa, that's intense. And that was good. And then I feel like the movie should have ended earlier, but it didn't. Like imagine Black Hawk Down, the movie ends, and they're like, oh, we still gotta do this, and then they walk back, and the movie ends. But literally imagine Black Hawk Down, that happens, and they walk back, and the movie follows them back, and a few more, like 15 minutes of Black Hawk Down after the main team is saved. So that was that feeling. And then there's like the whole "We Are the Navy" at the end. That was like clearly an ad. But at the same time, I don't feel pumped to be like, I want to be a Navy SEAL. I mean, granted, like the choreography and just the whole, let's say, the portrayal of Navy SEALs, I think they got that down. I mean, granted, like Silver Spleen says, which I agree, is that most of the cast don't look like they're in the Navy SEAL. But granted, I'm just being biased against my own kind, because, you know, ruggedness is a lot easier to sell with Westerners, because they just look more rugged to begin with, whereas all these guys here is just baby faced. And I agree, Kelly looks the most badass in this, and though that's the thing, I think so some of the good stuff really loses its draw because of the inconsistencies. We have Navy SEALs sort of like breaking because of this, realizing they're meeting their ends meet type of thing, and it's just like they're gonna die, and then they start screaming and yelling, not very composed. But granted, I wouldn't know. I mean, if you're in a Navy SEAL, like what would that be, type of thing. But overall, action. and I think the action would be better if the movie was shorter, like 90 minutes would have been great. And I think we're self-contained, but it's granted they try to build up a lot of things. But granted, literally this, I feel like it's a Chinese military showcase. Like, let's see what the military can do, and let's just show it all off in one film. Let's just praise it for the action choreography and the action set pieces. So all that stuff is great. So there's all that. So if you can sit around, I mean, the patriotic thing, I don't really care for, because I mean, like, if you watch Black Hawk Down, that stuff is making Americans look good and everyone else not so great. So here is the same thing. The Chinese look great here, no one else looks good. But overall, action. And it gets tiring, and then you get tired of it, and then you move on to the next Dante Lam movie. I will check out Mekong. I feel like, I wonder how he balanced that, or well, what's the story behind that. I'm intrigued. And yeah, there was a full house today. It was sold out last week. That's why I'm watching it now. And people actually clapped when the movie was over. I don't think it deserves clapping per se, but you know, a lot of mainlanders in the crowd, so they ate that stuff up, and I don't blame them, because it is like, finally mainlanders got their own movie type of thing, and it's just like, yeah, Chinese pride, let's go. Anyway, I'm done here. I'm biased, but what have you. I still try to appreciate it without, you know, my biases, and had real expectations. And that is all for this before and after for Operation Red Sea. Later.